Okay. Is this thing on? Okay. So, first of all, I just want to stipulate I drank this much of my bottle. This is my drunk debate review of what could potentially be the final debate of the Democratic primary. So I just want to stipulate a few things. Who knows how the primary elections are going to go on Tuesday? Who knows if they're going to delay them? Who knows if the results are even going to be even remotely accurate? There's many reports of voter suppression going on all over the place. I also want to say I'm really high right now as well. So this is a very intoxicated debate review. But that being said, of course, this was March 15th debate. It is 10:04 p.m. as I start this recording. The debate literally just ended. So I want to say the beginning during the talk about the coronavirus could have been better. It could have been better. I'm, of course, a Bernie supporter. Of course, again, if I can stipulate one thing before we get started here too much, though, Bernie Sanders is speaking for the thousands of people who lose a family member because they didn't have health insurance, the people who had cancer and lost their job and didn't have health insurance and had that pre-existing condition of having cancer and then developed cancer again but didn't know that they had cancer because they didn't have health insurance. Those are the people that Bernie Sanders is fighting for. The people who have family members that are undocumented, family members that are working undocumented and are being discriminated against, maybe people that have been tackled and thrown into prison in cages during ICE raids, when ICE officers raid buses, when they raid towns, when they go through Queens in tanks searching for undocumented people to round up and send them to places that don't have proper security, places that we still don't know exactly what's happening in because they just don't report these things because security footage constantly gets erased, constantly gets destroyed. Bernie Sanders is speaking for the hundreds of thousands, millions of young people, people that can't vote, the people that see that climate change is going to destroy the planet, people that see that we don't live in a habitable economy. The economy based on fossil fuels is destroying the planet. People that are 15, people that are 12, that see, what am I going to do when I'm 50? Are we going to have a planet when I'm 50? I'm 23 years old. I don't know if I'm going to have a planet when I'm 50. I can't imagine how people feel that are 15, that are in high school right now. People that are seeing the coronavirus shut down their schools and they're scared and they just use their time to meme away on the internet. And in those memes, they stumble upon my YouTube video. So with all my stipulations aside, Joe Biden is a terrible person. We know this. Joe Biden is a bad person. We know this. The people that are watching this video know this. It is of fundamental importance that if you have anybody in your family that you have any inroads with, that you have a conversation with them about the Democratic primary if they haven't voted yet. It is of fundamental importance that you get anyone who's on the fence between Bernie and Biden to support Bernie because we don't have time to fuck around. And this was the debate where Bernie is required to hammer away on his ability to beat Trump over Biden. And during the first third that was specifically placed around the coronavirus, do I think Bernie outshined Biden? Yes. I think he did a great job, but was it good enough? Did he have enough, punches? I don't think so. This is, of course, I'm really drunk right now, I'm sorry. This is, of course, during the first third of the debate. when it switched into general policy, and when they started fighting and bickering over Social Security, I've done videos about Biden's Social Security record. I have showcased him saying that he wants to freeze it. He fought for it a first time, a third time, a fourth time, and even a second time. I mixed up the times there, but I'm drunk, okay? I'm allowed. So I've got this. I've got videos about this. During the debate, I've got people commenting on my videos saying, oh, Bernie just told me to look this up, and this is the first video I found, and it's my video, and they're telling me that this is the first video I found. I looked this up, and holy shit, Biden's a liar. I got that. I got those comments. Like, I check my inbox while the debate's happening, and I have multiple people tell me, oh my god, I just looked up Joe Biden's Social Security. I found your video, and this is insane. LMAO, he just lied on the debate stage, and he did. Joe Biden lied several times on the debate stage. And you had Bernie Sanders say, go to the YouTube, which is, I love him, okay? Please, like, let me tell you how much I love Bernard Sanders. Like, I love this motherfucker. Where are my fucking stickers? I've got stickers somewhere, but I'm really drunk right now, so. Here's my stickers. I got these stickers in the mail, yo. I love Bernard Sanders. Like, this is my man right here. This is my motherfucking number one, right? But, like, I got people commenting on YouTube telling me that they were looking up the record live, and they found my video talking about Joe Biden lying, which I feel proud of. I'm glad that I contributed to that. So it's really, this debate came down to, it needed to be a knockout for Bernie. The middle third, if people tuned in during the Social Security debacle, it's a knockout. Bernie ran away with it in the middle third of this debate. I'd say the first third, Bernie won, but it wasn't a knockout. And of course, again, given the stack up against Bernie Sanders, he needed a knockout. So during the first third, he did really well, but it wasn't a knockout. The middle third, I believe, was a knockout. He hammered away at Joe Biden's Social Security lies. He hammered away at him voting in the way he did during the Defense of Marriage Act and him being against gay marriage up until 2008. As someone who is, I believe heavily in the gay agenda. You know, I am a huge advocate of the gay agenda. I'm disgusted with the way that Joe Biden has behaved up until 2008, agreeing with Sarah Palin, who, if you haven't seen, did a raps performance of Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby Got Back. Definitely watch that on YouTube. It is very, very incredible to watch. But Sarah Palin, a right-wing governor who was a Republican VP nominee, Joe Biden agreed with her on the fact that gay people don't deserve marriage. They don't deserve equal rights under the Constitution. So this is a person that is a sexual predator who sniffs the hair of young women and girls. There's literally dozens of tapes of him sniffing young women's hair, talking about his hairy legs and how kids like to jump on his lap. This is a person who has at least 8 credible sexual harassment allegations against him. This is not a person I want to lead. This is not a person I want to vote for. Now, of course, it is March, not November. So people talking about how they're going to vote in the general election are just using that to gain leverage during the primary. But as of right now, I will not pledge to vote for Joe Biden. Now, again, there's lots of stipulations here. I'm not saying I won't vote for Joe Biden, but I will pledge in no capacity. There's so many things that can change between now and November. And as of right now, Joe Biden does not deserve my vote. Okay? So this has to be said. So again, Bernie hit it through the fucking park in the middle section of the debate, hammering away at Joe's record. During the last third of the debate, Bernie again did really well, but there is the big word here is enough. Did Bernie do well enough? And that's the problem with enough, is that it is unquantifiable. It is unquantifiable. Nobody knows what enough means. There's people probably that are going to vote that didn't even watch the debate. So, who knows what enough means? Did Bernie do well enough? I don't know. But my initial inclination is that I don't think so. I think he did great. But of course, I'm someone that pays attention to policy. I'm someone that's heavily invested in this. I'm someone that knows people that under another Trump election might die because they don't have access to the things that they need. That even if Biden were elected, might still die because they don't have access to the things they need. Those are people I know. So it's like, do I think he did well enough? No, I don't. But also you have to keep in mind that the deck is stacked against him. It's tomorrow, Monday, today is Sunday, so on Monday, if you have any time ever in the world tomorrow, you need to go onto the Bernie Sanders website, you need to use the Bernie Sanders phone dialer, and you need to have conversations with voters. In Illinois, Arizona, Ohio, etc., Florida, you need to have conversations with voters. This is now that the debates happened, now that everything has been aired on the table, you need to have conversations with voters. There's a lot of voters that maybe have watched this, but don't know what to think yet. Like they were supporting Biden, but Biden looked like he was crumbling, which he did. Biden stumbled a lot. But need that final push. And you can be the person that pushes them off the edge into voting for Bernie Sanders. You can be the person that convinces them that their kids can't have a family because of climate change and they don't know how it's going to affect them. You can be the person that convinces them that under a Joe Biden administration they might get cuts in their monthly allowance and income from Social Security. You might be the person that convinces these people, to vote for their best interests and for their grandkids' best interests. You might be that person. So on Monday, you need to do this. This is not an ask. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. You need to get on the Bernie dialer and you need to call voters. I get it. It's scary. I have social anxiety. That's just horrifying for me, right? But I do it anyway when I can because it's important. And you need to do that too. If you are capable of talking on the phone with relative ease, if you know what you're talking about, if you see this video and you know what you're talking about, if you have a friend that knows what they're talking about, get them on the Bernie dialer. This is it. Everything's on the table at this point. Again, the definitive answer of did Bernie do well enough? I don't think so, but enough is a very qualitative, undefined word, and if we can push as many people as we can into the category of thinking that Bernie did enough, then he did enough, and that's all that matters. The climate change part of the debate, I think Bernie threw it, knocked it out of the park. But again, it's one of those things where Biden kept going on and on about the Paris Climate Accord, kept going on and on and on about Barack Obama and the Ebola virus and all that kind of shit that he was managing, kept going on and on and on about the Wall Street bailout and how great that was. But did Joe Biden and Barack Obama bail out my family? My family, that I had a healthcare issue when I was a teenager, and then we were straddled with significant amounts of medical debt, and because of that medical debt, we lost our house. Did Joe Biden bail me out and my family for that? I don't think so. I didn't get any of that notification. I didn't get that notification. Can we stand having Joe Biden in charge of another economic collapse where he's already proven that he's a failure for normal working people? No, we can't. and Bernie hit him hard on that. Bernie should have gone harder on trade, but it's one of those things where Bernie did a really good job, but we just don't know if it's good enough. And again, the thing that could be the definitive straw that breaks the camel's back is us. If we can call that many people tomorrow and on Tuesday, if we can get the people that need to know and that need that final sway, you know, the people that go like, damn, Bernie did a good job and Biden didn't do too well, but, you know, I don't know. If you can call that person and you can be the one that convinces them the final bit of the way there, Bernie's your guy, then that is, it's again, you need to. Like, as much time as you can, you need to. It's important. I think Bernie did a great job this debate. I thought it was fantastic, but I'm not convinced it was good enough. And again, I don't know what enough means, and I'm really drunk right now, so I'm probably going to have to wrap this up soon. But I don't know what enough means. But with our intervention and with as a movement, if we're able to intervene, convince people, you know, be that connection that says, yeah, Bernie did a great job on tackling the coronavirus and how it would affect people. If we can convince as many people as we can that are on, you know, the teeter-totter, that's currently not shifting in any particular direction, right? If we can shift them over, then it is enough. Then Bernie did do enough. Bernie did not call Joe my friend. I just want to say this. Bernie did not say that Joe is his friend. And for that whole 2 hours without saying that Joe is your friend, I think Bernie did a good job. But history will see if it was enough. I hope to God it was enough. And I'll probably do more videos about this tomorrow, but y'all told me to do a drunk review, so I'm doing a drunk review. So I think it was enough, potentially, but we're the final telling factor. And if it was enough, we have 2 days until the election, so let's mobilize. Everyone get ready for tomorrow. Tell everyone you know, get on the Bernie dialer, and get things done, because this is important. This is important. So, that's all I got to say. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. I'm really drunk right now, so